Sorry about that. Hello, all of my loyal subjects. It is the What If King J-Man. Today, I'm recording you part 3 of What If Deku was Leatherhead. Now, just literally, as soon as I was about to record this, I just woke up. I like to sleep in. So yeah, I literally just woke up like a few minutes ago after I was about to record this. So yeah, I'm lazy, okay? A lot of people wanted me to record part 3 of this, and I have to say, I feel obligated to do it. I started something great, so I have to finish something great, you know? Besides, what kind of king would I be if I didn't get my loyal subjects what they needed? You hear me? I am the king. I am your loyal king, and I will give you the videos that you need. Now, let's see. Sorry, I'm just still having like the morning throat sometimes. Where your throat feels kind of sore. Oh, it'll probably go away in a few minutes. So anyway, let's get to it. Okay, I think I'm good. Where we last left off, we had Deku and Froppy. They were reunited. They are so happy, you know? They're finally getting to see each other. And Izuku, he just can't leave Froppy's side. He just really wants to stay with her. Sorry, I had to drink some water real quick. And let's say the UA dorms, I'm gonna put them in this, a little bit early. I think I told you that in the last part, but I don't remember. As there's, we're gonna cut when Izuku and Froppy are in the UA dorms. Izuku has nowhere to live right now, and Froppy wants to be with Izuku since he is his best friend, and she hasn't seen him in years. And Froppy, she didn't really want to live with her parents anymore, since they flushed Izuku down the toilet, and Izuku kind of hated Froppy's dad after that. Like, you know how in the last part how he was choking him and everything? Like, Jesus. About to rip his head off if Froppy wasn't there. And let's see. Izuku's room in the UA dorms. It's nothing too special, but it's nothing too special, but it's actually quite nice. She has some music, a few calming candles, a few calming photos of Froppy and Izuku. Let's see. A nice comfortable bed. He has a big giant bed, and his room is bigger than normal since he's so, giant. And Froppy's room is right next to his. Just for this sake. And let's see. Sorry, I'm still quite tired. Just woke up. As again, I'm really sorry. Again. Let's see. They're just in the room, just talking, hanging out, just really happy to see each other. Frobby says, I still can't believe you're here, Izuku, kiddo. Izuku says, me too, Frobby. It's been a long time. I'm just so happy to see you. Frobby says, and you're actually going to be training to become a hero with me. It's really exciting. Izuku says, it probably is, but I wouldn't do anything without you. Besides, the hero work sounds pretty nice, actually. As they're just talking, getting along, you know how best friends are. As, let's see, Principal Nezu walks in and says, Midoriya. No, Izuku. Since Frobby didn't give him the last name Midoriya, I don't think Izuku really needs a last name. Let's see, because you don't really give a pet a last name, and that's basically what happened to Izuku. Anyway, Principal Nezu walks in saying, Izuku, I have something for you. What is it? What is it, Nezu? Well, I have my personal recommendation for UA. I don't think it would be best if you took the entrance exam like a normal person. Well, you might scare a few people. Izuku says, I am completely understanded by this. I understand. I wouldn't be surprised if people feared me. Frobby says, hey, don't think like that. We just don't want people to get, a little surprised, they're just gonna be surprised. Besides, they might think you have just a mutation quirk. Or just like a mutation quirk or something. Probably, but I'm just an alligator with a small intelligence quirk. I don't know much. And that's why me and Nezu are gonna teach you. Really? Yes. Frobby will teach you on some basic human manners and greeting and talking a few things. While I will teach you on math, science, and some history. Now, we don't have enough time to get you caught up. I can teach you everything that kids are supposed to know at this age, but we can at least start you off small. Izuku quickly standing up and kneeling near Principal Nezu, saying, "Thank you for this opportunity," as he's giving him a slight hug. Nezu hugs him back, saying, "Of course, you and I are quite different. You and I are not so different. You and I, we're both quirk animals. You see, we have to look out for each other. And besides, I too was experimented on." Izuku says, "Really?" "Yes. How do you think I got this scar on my face? I was also experimented by humans. But soon in time, I escaped and learned to forgive them. I hope you can do the same." Izuku says, I can try." Principal Nezu says, "Good. And also, for the recommendation, it's not going to be the normal recommendation where other people would do it." "What do you mean, Nezu?" "Well, we're going to send Izuku off to one separate city and facing off a few robots all by himself. And also, me I am going to destroy a few robots with some bombs we have inside of them. Self-destruct ones. And it'll act like people are stealing the points. Besides, I want people to get accustomed to you. And we can't just do that right in the middle. We have to slowly introduce you. Besides, I think this might be a good idea to show off your full power. Izuku stuttering a bit, saying, I don't know if you would want to see that. Nezu says, what do you mean? There are some times when I awaken after a crazed state, and I am horrified of the things I've done. Principal Nezu saying, I can completely understand. You don't have to feel pressured of doing everything. We just want you to try your best to get into UA. You don't have to show your full power, but if you do decide to, don't worry. We can try to stop you if you get out of hand. As Aizawa and All Might walk in saying, and don't worry, kid. We'll help you through. Besides, when you and I were fighting, you gave me one hell of a punch. Izuku smirking at this, saying, well, I was kind of made to destroy you. All Might says, that is true. But I hope you and I can be friends. Izuku says, more friends? I don't know if I'm opened up to more friends. Froppy says, Izuku, it's gonna be okay. You'll learn to open up a few more people, and I'm sure there'll be wonderful people to hang out with. Izuku nodding at this, saying, okay, let's get started. As they're training him, mostly like math training and all the other school stuff, and a few more things. And I'm gonna say, the pool that they use for the swimming training and everything? I'm gonna say Izuku loves spending his time in there. He likes to swim a little. He likes to swim a lot. Something about the water just really likes him. Something about the water just really enjoys Izuku swimming. And sometimes Froppy swims with them, kind of reminding him of the old days of when they used to swim in the lake together. And he also loves the hot sun, because I remember that alligators love the hot sun. No, wait, he's a crocodile. No, crocodile. Yeah, crocodile. So yeah, well, anyway, he just loves the hot sun. And sometimes he just likes being out there. He just likes being out in the tree. He just likes being out there training and everything. As Izuku's getting better, he's learning some math, he's working his way up. At the start, he was only doing, 2 plus 2 and everything, and they've been also teaching him how to read and write. They also gave him some special pens and pencils, so they wouldn't break easily. Besides, if you give Leatherhead a pencil, he's gonna break it in a matter of seconds when he tries to hold it. So they gave him a few bigger pencils and everything, and stronger material, so Izuku couldn't break them. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, let's see. They gave Izuku, some UA pants, so he doesn't have to run around as an alligator. Get your mind out of the other. So yeah, they gave him some nice pants. They gave him like the stretchy pants like Mount Lady would wear. And They gave him like that stretchy pants around his legs. So yeah, they also gave him a special UA. They're also making a special UA for a special UA uniform just for him, where it can perfectly fit him in every way. As we're gonna cut a few months, since it's only it's still a few more months until UA starts its college entrance exam. Since it is a college, Izuku is still training and everything. As Principal Nezu says, Izuku, yes, sir. I think it's time for you to begin your UA, and I think it's time to begin your UA entrance exam. Are you sure? I am positive. There's no doubt in my mind that you won't be great at it. Froppy says, I'll be cheering you on the whole way. Izuku says, thank you. Now, I wanted to get something across. I do not know if I want to make a ship with this one. I do not know. If I do decide to do it, then it's gonna be kind of difficult. Since I see this what if maybe more as like a guy who wants to get back his life and try to do something great with it, of all the painful memories he's gone through. And he looks so different, and some people judge him on that. He has great friends, but I do not know if I want to give him I do not know if I want to give them like a lover or anything. Let me know in the comments. Do you want this what if to have a ship in it? Because I see like more of it has like a friend value, I don't really see it as a ship, basically. To be honest, I really like Froppy X Tokoyami. I think that's adorable. And I just like, oh my god, that's adorable, I want to see it. Let's see what else. I think that's good. Sorry about that. As basically Izuku's taking his own special recommendation. He has his own separate city, so he doesn't have to worry about getting in people's way. Since Izuku is so big, he's bound to get in some people's way if he took the normal entrance exam. Imagine it, people staring at a giant crocodile monster. It's gonna be distracting. Okay, let's see what else. I think I can continue. As Izuku opens the door to the town and everything, as Principal Nezu shows up on a little video TV on the side of the wall where the city is. Him saying, Izuku and Dora, you have 1 hour to destroy as many robots as you can. There will be 1-pointers, 3-pointers, and 2-pointers, and one giant one called a 0-pointer. He's basically like an obstacle, so just try to run away from him if you can. But that's what we would do from normal people. But in your case, I would say I think you can handle the 0-pointer. And also, I will be destroying a few robots. So it feels like other people are stealing the points from you. And I also gave one to Aizawa. So we're basically your competition. Do you understand, Izuku? Yes, I understand. Okay, now we'll begin in 3, 2, 1, go! Izuku quickly running towards as many robots as he can, quickly destroying all of them, quickly smashing him with his hands, quickly ripping them apart with his teeth, smashing him with his tail. one time he gets surrounded by a bunch of robots, and you know the Hulk thing where he puts two arms together and hits the ground saying Hulk smash. That's what Izuku basically did. He put his two hands together and smashed them together on the ground, creating a miniature earthquake and destroying a few robots and destroying all the robots around him. Let's see what else. He also climbing on top of a building to get a better vantage point. He's running across building to building, and he sees a 0-pointer. And he sees a 3-pointer, and then he quickly tackles it to the ground, destroying it instantly. It had a few rockets left in it. Izuku being held up with a few knowledge, he knows these are rockets. So, he takes the rockets and he quickly throws them at other robots, destroying them instantly. He quickly tries to run up to a few more robots, but Nezu and Aizawa destroy the robots. You know, with the little remotes. Izuku says, this is what they meant by competition. It's kind of fun. As Izuku is destroying more and more robots, until he comes across the big giant 0-pointer. Izuku looks at it directly in its eyes and says, "You are no match for me." As Izuku quickly runs towards the 0-pointer, the 0-pointer quickly trying to crush Izuku with his giant arm, but Izuku quickly dodges it, and he quickly jumps up, doing a little jump flip, and quickly landing on the 0-pointer's arm, and running up towards the head. He's quickly retting his teeth and his sharp claws. He quickly goes towards the 0-pointer's head, quickly slicing and dicing everything, and attacking the central core. And he's basically destroying that thing. And Izuku destroyed the 0-pointer in a matter of a minute. And let's see. Izuku got done destroying the 0-pointer. And let's see. He destroys the 0-pointer, and he also destroys a few more 3-pointers. So yeah, he destroyed a few more 3-pointers, and time is up. President Mike says, as Izuku's points score and everything, I'm gonna say, 545. Yeah, 545 points. He beat All Might's record by a landslide. I think it was 1,000 points, but I don't know, so I'm changing it for this one. Don't just, that doesn't count. That doesn't make sense. It's my world, I do what I want. As All Might says, he beat my record. Well, Nezu says, well, he was made to destroy you, All Might. He's gonna be more powerful, you know. All Might says, that is true. I may have to keep an eye on that boy. As Izuku quickly goes back to the room where the teachers are rocking, and he says, How did I do? They said, you did amazing, my boy. You destroyed so many robots. And it was phenomenal. Oh my god. I completely forgot to add this. In the little city where Izuku was, they had these little plastic dummies where Izuku would move them out of the way for robots to not destroy them. They only put a few, to simplify him getting a few rescue points, So yeah, kind of like that. And they were saying, you were amazing. The fact how you created a small earthquake was, how would you say, astounding. President Might saying, yeah, I think I like this guy now. As President Might walks towards him saying, I'm sorry I judged you before. I really am. Izuku says, it's okay. friend. As Izuku quickly gives him a little hug. You know, he's warming up to people, you know, not bad. He's warming up to a few new people. As Froppy shows up saying, Izuku, I'm so proud of you, my little baby. As Froppy's basically petting him and giving him a few hugs. Stop it, Froppy. Stop it, Asui. Oh, come on. I'm basically your mom. Izuku says, you are true. You are basically my mom. Aizawa says, so you care. So so you're basically a mom, I guess. Interesting. Yeah. So Froppy's basically like a mom. Like, hi, this is my son. Yes, he's a giant alligator, and if you touch me, he'll rip your head off. Basically, what's going on? I decided to throw in some humor. Besides, the world is a stage, and the stage is a world of entertainment. Yes, I got that from Hazbin Hotel. Jesus. I thought that was really funny. How Alice just like, yes, the stage is a world, and the stage is the world of entertainment. Anyway, we're gonna cut a few more days where Frobby took her entrance exam. Let's see. I'm gonna say she took the recommendation. I'm gonna say the recommendation was from, Aizawa. Yeah, Aizawa gave her the recommendation. Aizawa saw over the few months of her training and also her training Izuku, and he thought, I think she might be. I think she deserves a recommendation from me. I think she can handle it. Yeah, so Aizawa gave her the recommendation. Hold on, we're getting cut a few more days before the recommendation actually starts. All Might says, Froppy, I have to ask you something. What is it, All Might? I want to talk to you alone. Froppy says, okay, Izuku, can you wait here? Sure, I'll just enjoy my fish. Izuku just scarfing down some fish. As All Might says, how would you like to have my power? Froppy says, wait, what are you talking about? As All Might quickly buffs down to Small Might. As Froppy's getting a look at her saying, wait, so you really are All Might? Wow, you look so skinny. Yes, it was from an injury I had long ago, a battle with a powerful villain. So what do you mean, inherit your power? Well, I pass on my quirk, and I can pass it on to others, and others as well, getting more stronger as it's passed along. Froppy, I've seen you train really hard. I helped you train for a little while, I do believe. And I think you're ready. Ready for what? One for all. Froppy getting really excited, saying, so I can be even more powerful? Yes. And I think you might need it. Not to brag, but not to, I think you might find it useful. Your quirk is not that powerful, but with Wonderful, it can help boost it to an immense strength. Froppy says, I'll take it. As Froppy's body, she has been training a long time with Izuku, so she's perfectly ready for Wonderful. So imagine a buff, slimmed down six-pack of Froppy. Imagine Froppy with a six-pack and buff arms, but not too buff. Imagine that. I'm gonna give you some time to settle in with that. A Froppy with a six-pack and buff arms. Imagine that. Like kind of like a normal skin tight buff. You know what I'm trying to say, As basically she inherits one flaw, as All Might says, eat this. As Froppy's like looking at him like, what the? Wait, what? Yes, you have to eat my hair to inherit my power. Why? Hey, I didn't decide how it's chosen. Okay, fine, as Froppy gets the hair and eats it, and she's like, oh my god, I'm almost close to vomiting. Like, oh god, that was disgusting. It could have been worse. Froppy says, oh really now? Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. As Izuku quickly hears about All Might bust form and how Small Might form, and Izuku says, "Oh yeah, I've noticed that for a while now." All Might says, "Wait, really? Yes. When you transform, you still smell the same to me. I have a high keen to smell." They say, "Huh, you're really impressive. You're really impressive, my boy." Well, yes, I am. Froppy takes the special recommendation, where Momo, Toroki, and the Wind guy took. Now, I do not remember what they did for the special recommendations test. I do not know. All I can really remember is maybe like a small race. That's all I can do. That's all I remember. That's all I remember, Jesus. So yeah, that's all I remember. And Froppy has one frost, so she quickly gets first place by combining her jumping ability, and with one frost, she quickly clears the entire field in 2 hops. Everyone being shocked by this and everything, so yeah. They basically do that. Izuku had to wait for Froppy in the UA dorms, since he couldn't go out there since he might scare the people in there. You know how it is. Imagine it. A giant crocodile monster showed up next to you at your school. You would be freaked the fuck out, wouldn't you? Like, oh my god, call FBI on that crap. Like, seriously, what would you do? You would be terrified. You would be terrified. And I guess a small portion of you would be like, oh my god, you're cool AF. I just want to say you're cool. That's basically how some people would react. Scared shitless and, man, you're so cool. That's basically it. So anyway, as it's time for the first day of UA. They made the doors bigger for Izuku, since he can't really fit through them. That's why all the doors are so big in UA, so Izuku can fit through them. I guess they also needed them to make. I think they also needed to make them really big for All Might. So I guess that's why the doors are so big, for All Might to enter them. I'm gonna say they also did that for Izuku. Like, imagine it, a giant crocodile monster trying to fit through a door. Yeah, it's not gonna work. unless he breaks it down. Now, Izuku's given his own uniform, a nice white shirt, tie, some pants, and Froppy says, "You look so handsome." Stop it. Oh, I can't help it, kiddo. You look so cute. Izuku having his head down and Froppy petting it. Aizawa says, "Now, you two already passed the entrance exam. You two already did your exam. So just sit in class and wait for the other students. Izuku, we gave you a bigger desk and bigger chair, since you wouldn't break them. So you can't break them and everything. Thank you, Aizawa. We made most of your things bigger to accommodate you. As bigger locker, bigger books, bigger everything. Bigger everything, really. Because I feel like that would be a necessity. Let's say if you have a mutation quirk and You are permanently really really fucking tall. You're really big and really buff, and you're really tall. I guess they would have to. I think in the world of My Hero Academia, they would definitely have some items bigger for people who have mutation quirks. So I feel like that would happen. You can totally see it, can't you? And they cut a hole in the pants for Izuku so his tail can go through it, since he doesn't want his tail crammed down his pants. That would feel really uncomfortable. So yeah, they basically made the room bigger, made everything bigger for Izuku, and Froppy and Izuku are sitting next to each other. Okay, first day of school. Froppy says, "Are you nervous, Izuku?" No, I'm just worried of how people will view me. I'm sure you'll be fine. Besides, if they view you horribly, you always got my back. I always have your back. Thank you, Asui. As Izuku pets her on the head, Froppy says, "Hey, it's supposed to be the other way around. Maybe I like to change things up." Asui quickly just knocking it off and getting the hand off him. Getting the hand off her head. Just being adorable, best friends. The best friends who like to pet each other or something. I don't know if that's a thing. Weirdos. Okay, as the class walks in, Ida, I'm gonna say maybe a few people walk in first, like Ida, Momo, Toroki. As Ida and Momo are shocked to see Izuku, what are you? Ida says, "Hey, there are no villains inside 1A. I need you to leave immediately before I call the heroes." Since he thinks Izuku is a villain. Asuku is saying, "Hold on, wait, he's not a villain." As Shoto quickly steps in, saying, Shoto quickly steps in, saying, "So, is this a mutation quirk or something?" Izuku says, "No, I don't want to get into it, but I don't really want to get into it, but I'm a quirk animal." Shoto being a little shocked by this, saying, "You're a quirk animal, I see." Yes, I'm a quirk animal." Is Shoto quickly noticing all the scars are on him? Since Leatherhead, he has a bunch of scars on him. Not just the only thing that's different, except for Leatherhead having mostly the Izuku. I'm an idiot. Except Leatherhead has most of the scars on his belly, on the front. But with Izuku, they're all around his body. Some on his tail, some on his legs. You can see a few big ones on his arms. You can even see a few ones on his face. So yeah, Shoto says, "I do not wish to further your past. I guess you and I are similar in that way." Shoto says, "I have nothing against you. And you too." As Shoto looks at Ida and Momo, Shoto quickly walks up to Ida, saying, You shouldn't judge someone on their looks or appearance." Ida says, "But he looked like a giant monster." Shoto says, "It doesn't matter what he looks like. Imagine it. Imagine if you were bullied just because you look different. That's the thing we need to change in this world, especially with mutation quirks." Ida says, I'm very sorry." Momo says, I was just shocked is all. I'm sorry if I offended you." As they both sing, "I hope we can get along in the future." As they offer their hands out to Izuku, offering their hands out to Izuku, Izuku quickly offers his hand to shake, as Izuku shakes their hand, saying, "It's okay, friends." As they're basically talking, trying to get to know each other better. Ida is saying, "So you're a quirk animal. Why do you have so many scars on you?" Izuku says, I do not want to talk about it." As Frobby says, "Yeah, I think you should leave him alone." Ida says, "You know him?" "Yes. I don't want to get in too much, but basically, I raised him when he was a normal crocodile." Ida says, "Okay, I can probably leave it at that." As they say, "I hope we can get along in the future, and you don't have to feel pressure talking about your past." As Izuku thinking in his mind, "I think that went well. They liked me. They liked me." As Froppy quickly says, "So, you enjoy making a few friends?" "Well, I wouldn't be surprised if a few people hated me." It's okay, Izuku. It's okay, Izuku. No matter what anybody says, you're a kind person with a gentle heart." Izuku says, "Thank you." As the rest of Class 1A falls in, the rest of Class 1A comes in, as a few people are like, "What even is he? He's a villain! Get him out of here!" Let's say, this being Bakugo, Mineta, let's see, and I'm gonna say maybe, trying to think of another person in 1A that isn't that important. Let me think. Maybe Kaminari? I think maybe Kaminari would be a little scared seeing a giant crocodile in the classroom, saying, "Is he a villain or something?" As Bakugo quickly saying, "Die, shitty villain!" As Bakugo quickly tries to shoot an explosion at Izuku. As the explosion quickly covers Izuku, and it quickly blew off, and it quickly hurt his face immensely. It's like a damaged face. Imagine like a face with your eye socket out and your regrowing skin and bone. As he regenerates it, and Bakugo says, "What the hell?" As Frobby says, "Leave him alone. He's my friend. He's not a villain." Bakugo says, "Are you blind? Look at him. A giant crocodile monster in 1A? Please, that'll be the day." As Froppy says, "Just leave him alone." A few classmates also sticking up for Izuku, saying, "Yeah, leave him alone." These classmates being Shoji, Tokoyami, Mina, and Invisible Girl, and Ojiro. They're all sticking up for Izuku, since they know what it's like to be judged on appearance. Imagine Ojiro's standards. Because, you would be a little freaked out if you saw this guy, wouldn't you, in real life? Let's say you never met him, and you don't know anything about him, and you just see this guy running towards you in the middle of the night, and then you're like, "Oh my god, is he a monster? Is he gonna kill me?" But then he just quickly runs past you. Since you can't always judge people on appearance. And these people know it to heart. As they say, "Yeah, leave him alone. He didn't do anything wrong." As Frobby gets in between Bakugo and Izuku, Bakugo says, "Get out of my way, you damn frog!" And Frobby saying, "No, get away from my friend." As Izuku says, "Frobby, move," as Bakugo quickly throws an explosion at as Frobby, and Izuku quickly pushes down Bakugo to the ground, saying, "Do not hurt her." And Aizawa quickly comes in, saying, "That's enough, and I need to stop this right here. I'll talk to you all in the next part." Yeah, we're leaving it on a cliffhanger where Aizawa stopped Bakugo and Izuku for fighting. I'll see you all in the next part, okay? Goodbye, all my little subjects. Your king is gone.